Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidil Mursaleen, amma ba'd, fa'a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, bismillahir rahmanir rahim. My dear Islamic brothers, let's recite Durood and Salam upon the beloved and blessed Prophet Sallallahu ta'ala ala Muhammad Sallallahu alayhi wasallam. As-salatu was-salamu alayki ya Rasulullah wa ala alika wa ashabika ya Habiballah. As-salatu was-salamu alayki ya Nabiyallah wa ala alika wa ashabika ya Nurallah. Excellence of sending durood and salam upon the beloved and blessed Prophet Sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wasallam. The person who recites 313 times Durood Pak, he will be with those who recite Durood Pak abundantly. So my dear Islamic brothers and viewers of social media, try to make it a habit at least to recite 313 Durood Pak every day, inshallah. May Allah Azza wa Jal reward you. May Allah Azza wa Jal grant you the vision of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Sallu ala al-Habib Sallallahu Ta'ala ala Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. The correct method of spreading the call towards righteousness. In the 14th section, Juz of the Holy Quran, Surah An-Nahl, verse number 125, Allah Almighty states, translation from Kanzul Iman, call towards the path of your Lord with sound planning and good advice. This glorious verse gives us a complete syllabus in regards to giving invitation towards goodness. First, we heard about the excellence of he who calls towards goodness. Now, in the light of this blessed verse, let's us listen about the correct way of conveying the call to righteousness. Allah Almighty stated, meaning call, udur. A question may come into mind. Who should we call? Meaning the commentators of the Holy Quran here explain this to mean every human in the world. Imam Ghazali rahimallahu ta'ala alayhi states, there is only one condition for the meaning, the one who is to be invited to goodness, the recipient of the invitation to righteousness. He should be a human being. Whoever is human will be given an invitation towards goodness, regardless of what their state is. If they are disbelievers, then we will be invited towards faith. If they are sinful, they will be invited towards pious deeds. Whosoever performs ostentation, he will be invited towards sincerity. Whoever is a victim of jealousy will be invited towards thankfulness. The one who lies will be invited towards truthfulness. The one who deceives others will be invited towards honesty. And in short, whoever is human, he will be invited towards goodness, and he will be invited in accordance with his circumstances. Allah Almighty states, call. Another question may arise, to which way should we call? Allah Almighty answers this by stating, towards the path of your Lord. What is the path of Allah Azza wa Jal? Faith is the path of Allah. Truthful and correct core beliefs is the path of Allah. The Quran is the path of Allah. The knowledge of Islam is the path of Allah. Praying and establishing salah is the path of Allah. Fasting is the path of Allah. Zakat is the path of Allah. Performing Hajj is the path of Allah. Acting upon the sunnah of the Messenger of Allah Sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wasallam is the path of Allah. Beautifying your conduct and character is the path of Allah. in short, all good deeds, the entire religion, this is all the path of Allah Azza wa Jal. Therefore, we are to call the people of the entire world, where to is the question, towards the religion of Allah Almighty. A third question now comes to mind. How should we call? There are numerous ways to call. Sometimes cards are sent to call one another. Sometimes someone is called with affection. Or sometimes we call somebody by telling them off. There are many ways to call one another. And we are to call of the mankind to the religion of Allah Almighty, which is Islam. How should we do so? Allah Almighty explains how to do so in two ways. Number one, sound planning. And number two, good advice. Imam Razi, Allama Bedawi and many other commentators of the Holy Quran state, in this verse, the manner of giving an invitation towards goodness is split into categories. This distribution into categories is according to different intellectual capabilities of people. Within society, one will find a doctor, engineer and lawyer. These are people of high intellectual capabilities. Giving an invitation of righteousness to them will require a different method and manner as compared to those who are uneducated or who have not studied to such a degree. Therefore, the one who gives an invitation towards goodness should speak in accordance with the intellectual capacity and mindset of who he is inviting. The Messenger of Allah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam stated, I have been instructed to speak with people in accordance with the intellect. Dear Islamic brothers, two particular words are stated in this verse. Wisdom. And number two, what is wisdom and what is? The commentators of the Holy Quran have explained this subject in a great detail. The nation of wisdom. Imam Jalaluddin Sayuti states, the meaning of wisdom is the Holy Quran. By extension, it is as though the great Imam is saying, invite them towards righteousness and call them to the religion of Allah Almighty by reading them the verses of the Holy Quran. Of the Quran to them through the proofs and evidence of the Quran, and by telling them of wisdom mentioned in the Quran. Allama Bedawi rahimallahu ta'ala alayhi states, the meaning of wisdom is strong evidence. This means when giving an invitation towards goodness, one must not say any weak statement. It should be presented with strong, unshakable evidence. Allama Nasafi rahimallahu ta'ala alayhi states, the meaning of wisdom is to know the respective ranks of deeds. This means the goodness we are calling people towards and the sins we are attempting to stop them from. Both are degrees and ranks within them. Some good deeds fall into the category of being obligatory, fard. Others are necessary, meaning wajib. Some are emphasized sunnah, sunnat-e-muqaddah, and some are unemphasized sunnah, sunnah-e-ghair-muqaddah. In the same way, there are degrees within the sins. Some sins are haram, others are majorly disliked, meaning makruh tahrimi. Others are minorly disliked, makruh tanzih. And certain sins are unpreferred. Continuing in this way, those sins and good deeds which are performed internally relating to spiritual heart also have ranks. These are all laws of Sharia, and whoever invites others should learn all of these matters, keep them in mind, and tactfully carry out the work of inviting towards good deeds with sound wisdom. So may Allah Azza wa Jal give His ability to act upon what is being heard and to join in with one of the Madani Qams of Dawateislami by going out and inviting towards goodness. I think we have become weak of doing this. Whenever we come to the masjid, we should ask this question to ourselves: how many Islamic brothers have we invited towards salah? Now, for so many months, there were people not performing the Jummah. And who's the fault? Who are we to blame? We should ask this question. And sometimes, our youngsters are on the street and they're playing. And sometimes we don't give dawah to even our children. We fear that they might say something wrong. So we have to start coming back onto the call towards righteousness. And this is the whole purpose of this dars today. By inviting brothers towards the masjid. It's like obviously we can't give worldly comparison, but when you have a business, look how much work you spend day and day night. You produce leaflets. You give your adverts in the newspaper to advertise your business. But why are we discreet? Why are we quiet when it comes to salah? And we have to thank Allah Azza wa Jal for the ni'mah He has given us. The eyes, the mouth, the ears, the eyesight that we see, and the hands, the work we carry out with. So my dear Islam brothers, may Allah Azza wa Jal give us the tawfiq to call people towards righteousness. Inshallah Azza wa Jal, tomorrow, do book your tickets for the 40th anniversary, the struggles Dawateislami faced for 40 years. Inshallah, we'll be celebrating this 40th anniversary in Bradford. Round of about 4:30, the coach will come outside. Do collect a ticket. It's free ticket for you guys. So inshallah, do not be deprived of this blessing. May Allah Azza wa Jalla reward you immensely. Ameen.